welcome to Tech Transform. Today I am going to start the Python tutorial. The very first topic I am choosing here is Python data types. Let's get started. The very first thing we have to do, we have to start the Anaconda, Navigator and the Jupyter Notebook IDE. In my last video I have already demonstrated how to install Anaconda and work with Jupyter Notebook. If you haven't watched that video, I highly recommend to go and watch that video and then come again for this Python tutorial. Uh, so let's get started. The first step, we are going to start our Anaconda Navigator. For that, type Anaconda Navigator. It's starting. It will take some time. Okay, now let's click on launch Jupyter Notebook. Remember, in my last video we have set up one working directory, set it a one folder called Learn Python. Inside that we have a one Python basics notebook. Let's open that. Fine. So today we are going to discuss about Python data types. I will quickly browse here what are the common data types available with Python. First is integer. It's a whole number such as 3, 55, floating point number, numbers with a decimal point. Examples are 5.66 strings, we called as a ordered sequence of characters like hello, Vinay. List is ordered sequence of objects and basically we put in this bracket. Dictionaries is actually unordered key value pairs like name, Vinay, address, Hyderabad, age 30. Tuples, or we can also call it as a tuples. It's an ordered immutable sequence of objects, means it's an ordered sequence but you cannot change any value, you cannot alter any value, you cannot change 10 with replace with 10. First you could clear 10, then you cannot replace 10 with another value. So it's immutable sequence of object. Set unordered collection of unique objects, so it will hold the objects which are unique. It doesn't contain duplicate value. Boolean is just simple logical value indicating true or false. So these are the actually data types, and these are the actual types in the inbuilt type associated in Python. Integer, int, float, strings, str, list, dictionaries, dict, tuples, tup, sets, set, boolean, bool. Now we are going to start with a very basic, the number system. So for that, let me we are going to start number system, markdown. Okay. We can write like that: 2 plus 3, enter, 5, 4 multiply 5, shift enter, 20. Also we can say 3 divided by 8, shift enter. Now we have something called mod operator. Mod operator is nothing. Let's say if you're trying to divide 5 divided by 3, it will give you the exact division value. But if you want to get the remainder, for that you should use modulus operator, and you will get the 5 divided by 3, 3 goes, then 2 remainder. So in order to get the remainder, we should use mod operator. Why this mod operator is beneficial? If using mod operator, we can actually identify number is even or odd. Let's say 50 divided by 5. So it's an even number, that's why it's giving you 0. So we can tell that 50 is a even 50. We can say it remainder 0 is a even number. Let's say 20 divided by 2. So this is even number because you are getting remainder as 0. If we divide 21 divided by 2, it's become 1. So you can say 20 is even number, 21 is odd number, because remainder is 1. By that we can actually, using our Modulo operator, we can identify um, uh, which number is even or odd. So now let's move. We can, if we want to calculate the power 2, power 3, we want to write 2 double star, we have to give 3, so it's become 8. If we want to calculate the power of 5, power 4, so we have to give double star, it's become 625. And also if we want to calculate the expressions like 2 plus 3, 2 plus 2 plus 3, 2 plus 10, multiply 10 plus 5. Let's enter. Because this addition and multiplication, but multiplication will go first according to the rule, basic math rules. Multiplication will go first, then the addition. So that's why 10 into 10, 100, then plus 2, 102, then plus 5, 107. Let's say if you want to do like that, 2 plus 10, then multiply 10 plus 5, something like this. You can get something result 180. So that's what the basic number system goes like that. Now we have called variable assignment. Let's start the variable assignment. So in last number system, what we are directly putting the values in our cells. Now let's assign that particular value to a variable. So in variable, uh, in Python variable assignment, there are some rules to assign variables and declare the variable name. Let's say I want to put a variable like this, a10. So 10 will hold this. So a is 10 now. So this is how we are doing a variable assignment here, but there are some naming conventions associated with that for the variable name. Some naming conventions are like that. Name should not be start with a number. Okay, there should be no special characters inside name. Name should be start with lowercase. We should avoid any possible keywords in uh, Python, like we should not give ent is equal to 4. If we are giving a is equal to 4, this is fine, but if we want to give int is equal to 4, this should not be fine, because this is the built-in keyword already declared in Python. We should not use this. If you and see, a is normally, and if you are using any inbuilt keyword, see the font text got changed. So by also you looking at that, you can see that okay, I'm using that inbuilt keyword. So if accidentally if you enter into that, so that will confuse the Python compiler. For that, if you let's say if you accidentally enter your shift enter, your int become 4. For that then you have to reset your variable, come here and restart all the kernels. So all the variable will be setting up, and you can do start, you can start again. So never use that int or list internal keyword. List you should also not use. So remember that for variable assignment. Okay, now what we have, so we already done all these things. Now let's start with strings. I will show you a couple of more assignment. Let's say how we can use this variable assignment for our coding purpose. Let's say my income is equal to 40,000. Shift enter. My taxes 20%, 0.2. What happened? Oh sorry, I've given one space here. Okay, let's say I want to calculate my income. Is equal to my net income is equal to my income multiply by my taxes. So we got our income. So that's how we can use this variable assignment and we can utilize in our code. So the variable assignment is very important. Now let's play with the strings. Strings, we can represent any string. Ordered string is basically ordered sequence of character. We can represent a string by declaring a single quote like this, hello, or also we can put inside double quotes. So both are correct syntax in Python. Either you can use single quote, or either you can use double quote. Double quote sometimes very necessary. Let's say I want to type this value, don't I don't want to eat. In this case, if we'll go with single character, single quote, this compiler get confused because it's stating that our string starts from here, then again it find quote, it's think that our string ends here. But this time this will give error also. So for that, here we can use double quotes. Start with double quote, then it will look for end with double quote for the string end. Now this is the fine syntax we can use and we can get the output. Fine. As a string is a ordered sequence of characters, so we can we can do indexing with strings and slicing with strings. In Python, strings are stored like that. I want to show you. Let's say string is h. Let's say I'm writing hello. Then the index start with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Minus, sorry, 0, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1. We should give one more space. So this we will call index. Okay. This we call as reverse index. See, we can find this string by using index method. Means we can, this hello is represented by index. Index basically start from 0. So h will be at 0 index, e will be at 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. And also Python support reverse index. So you can start with 0, then you can go backward direction. 0, then backward direction, O, then minus 1, minus 3. This will be minus 2, then minus 3, then minus 4. This is how the indexing works in index and reverse indexing works in Python. Let's delete that. It is a code. Let's play with that. Let's say we have a word is equal to hello world. Fine. Now we want to find any character inside that hello world. Let's say I want to find the W. So what we have to go? We have to type W, then the index position. Index position is like that. Index position is like that. W 0. For that D 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to we have to keep 6. you have to find here final. Now let's I want to find this L. For that, let's say I want to find this E. For that, 0 or 1. See, we want this here. So this we find out single character. Now let's say we want to find the some slice of this particular word. Let's say we want to find uh, I want to find WOR. So what we have to give? We have to something like that W. First the syntax I will show you what how it happens. X comma Y comma colon Z. X colon Y colon Z. X is the starting position of that from where you want to slice the string. Then in end position basically it's excluded. X to Y excluded Y. Then Z is the step size. You want to jump 1 or 2 or 3 from by going X to Y. By default, if you're not specifying the this particular option, this will become by default by default this will jump to 1. This will go by 1 2 3 4 like that. Let me show you an action. W. Let's say I want to find this ELL. Then what I have to do? The starting index is 1 colon 2 3 4. Because we want index to be ELL, we have to go up to this index because the index will not included. Enter. We got ELL. Let's say I want to start from here and I want to go to till end. For that what I have to just take care, start index means 1 colon, we have to enter nothing. It will give you all the words with. Let's say I want to something like I want to start from here and have to go up to world. We have to type W colon, then up to what we have to go. We want, let's say we want this hello. 0 1 2 3 4 5. Let's give 5. You got hello. So this is how if you want to specify from, let's say if you want from a certain character, so if you have to go like this. So this you can see W is actually hello world. If want to print this whole string also using colon syntax, we can something use W double colon enter. So this you can see this is another tricky way for writing whole string. This is useful when you want to include a step size. Let's say if you want to include a step size, colon colon, the step size should be 2. So what it is doing, it's starting from 0 going till the end, but it's jumping 2, 0 then 2 then 5 then 7, something like that. Yeah, let's say I want to reverse the string. It's a very tricky way using Python. Some developers directly use that and directly able to reverse the string. Let's say I want to reverse the string. So what we used to go, we have to all the way, we have to start from start, we have to start, then we have to all the way, we have to go end, then put the step size is minus, means we want to go in a back, we want to take backward jump. So see, we got this reverse also. So it's a tricky way to just find the reverse string. So that's what. And let's discuss the immutability of this string. Let's say we just assign our W variable is holding hello world. Let's say I want to find W hyphen 0 H. Let's say I want to change this H with G. H. Let's replace it with G. Because we are what I told you, that's this string is actually immutable. You cannot change the any index position of that string. Let's we are trying to do just opposite. Let's see what happens. So let's give you error and saying str object does not support item assignment, so you cannot reassign that because it's immutable. That's what the immutability concept. You cannot change the value of that particular character inside a string. There is one thing. Now there is one more thing, is concatenation. Let's say I want to concat hello world with my name Vinay. Shift enter. We got that hello world Vinay. This is how the concatenation works. Let's say I given a word q is equal to p. Okay. Sorry. Q is equal to hyphen p. Now let's say I want to multiply with a number q. What we are doing here, we are multiplying a string with a number. It will give you 10 times p. This is how multiplication work with a string. And if you in normal integer, you know, if you want to, let's say 10 star 10, it will give you 100. But if we multiplied by with a string, it will give the 10 times string. So that's how the concatenation concept. And there is a one concept also, that is called dynamic typing in Python. Let's quickly see. Let me create one more cells in order to, yeah. Dynamic typing in Python. By default, Python supports dynamic typing. What does that mean? It means if you are assigning any data type initially, you can change the data type with a different data type. That's what Python support dynamic typing. Some other languages support static typing, where first you declare a variable and the type you have given. Afterwards, you cannot change the type of that variable, like C or C++. Let's say I want to show you what I'm trying to say. A is equal to, I'm saying hello. Okay, so our A is hello. Now I want to replace A with 10. So this is the dynamic typing. Initially this A was string, now this A becomes integer. Now again we want to change 3,4. This become floating now. Now every time we want to, this how Python support dynamic typing. If we want to check the type anytime, there is a inbuilt type variable associated with that. That is called, if you want to check type of A is float. Let's say A, again we assign hi and check the type. Now it's become str. Now let's again give A is equal to 9, 8. Again check the type, integer. That's how the this Python supports the dynamic typing. So we have completed numbers. We saw the various numerical operations. We just saw the modulus operator, variable assignment, then strings. Then we saw how we can slice, how we can index the skin, how we can slice how slicing happens in Python. Then we have dynamic typing in Python. Then we have some multiplication, concatenation, immutability check also in Python we have covered. So we'll go next. Let's check what are the methods available with a string. I'm going to create a new string. This is a string. Okay. Now quickly check what are the inbuilt methods provided by Python on a string data type. A dot put tab. You will get all the method availables. We are going to see some of the very useful methods. Let's say I want to make this a string to uppercase. For that, U E R. If you directly type like this, Python will complain that this is this is basically a function, but you're not actually executing a function. You just type the function name. In order to execute that, you have to give parentheses. This is the common mistakes we used to do. See, we got this in a uppercase format. Like upper, we have lower also. We can convert it into lowercase. All string are converted into lowercase. Also, we have a split method also. Let's say I want to split a comma a dot split. So what it did, it splitted my string, this string, based upon space. If you're not providing any parameter here, it will split on a space. So that's why it splitted string and created a list out of that. Let's say I want to create split this string on a different character. Let's say I want to split on I. Let's display it on I. How this happens? I up to here, it removed I, then from starting to S it will take up to this value. That's why we can see here. Then it is split it on remove the I and split it on I, then up to it will move up to here. That's why you can see here. Then again it found I and it splitted the string from here to here, ng. Okay, so pretty much we covered all those methods related to a string. Now let's quickly check what are the print formatting with strings available. Let's say we have some dynamic we want to print some value, but inside that we want to print some messages, but inside that message we want to set some value as a dynamic. So that's what print string provide two formatting methods in order to print. The methods are dot format method and one method is fstrings method. This fstrings method is basically it's very latest. It came in Python 3, and this dot format method is available from the beginning. And also we are going to see how we are going to do the floating numbers formatting. Let's see quickly first one. Print this is what I want to insert. Let's say I want to put some value here, so no value here. Just this is the space to enter. This is the placeholder where we want to insert our string. For that, so string C string, this is the placeholder, these two placeholders here. Then format what we want to fill with that, dot format. I want to specify here. Fine, let's run this. Print is not defined. Oh sorry, should be small p. Okay, see, it happened. So dot format method, we utilize this format method and able to insert. Let's say I want to insert more value. Okay, I want to insert here. So as number of placeholders are here 3, we have to provide 3 values here by comma separated. Let's say something 1, something 2. Okay, we got this result. And this how it's inserting this the 3 placeholder and follow the sequence. In what sequence you have entered your value, it will be doing replace that value in that sequence. Let's say this is what you are inserting based upon that index. We can do same thing based upon that index also. Let's say copy this same thing. I want to insert, let's say I want this is by default 0 1 2. 0 is inserted, 1 is something 1, 2 is something 2. Let's say I want different placement. I want 2 to be here, 1 to be here, 0 to be here. Okay, see, this is what, by using the index we can actually change the placement of the value. Now 2 is something 2, it's coming here. 1 at the at place of index 1 value is coming here, index 0 value is coming here. Now this is the by default index. Let's say I want to change the index, this by this I have to remember the position of that particular value, 0 1 2 2 1, at what index what values are there. Let's say I don't want to remember, I want something, I want to keep something like user friendly. I want to change the index actually. Control V. Let quickly we can give I value as, we can assign index here, S1 value as, S2 value as this something 2. Now we can actually remember I means inserted, S1 means something 1, S2 means something 2. I want to put S2 here. I can type like this. I can type like this. For I want to insert, I want to insert value here, inserted, so that I can type I here. So the same thing can be done by using the key index value. So basically we set it we change the actually by default 0 1 2 3 integer index to with a character key. So we just saw this format method for the string. Let's see how we are going to do same formatting for floating point number. For that, let me take a variable result 100 divided by, I'm dividing with 777, so I can get big value, big decimal point value. Okay, we got this as a this looks very ugly. So let's say we want to format that and want to restrict this precision up to 3 point or 4 point. We want to set the total width of this number. That type of formatting we can do like this. Let's say print the result is print the result is, okay, I want to format here. I want to replace value r is equal to, okay, dot format, yeah, okay, yeah, we are giving assigning index r here. We should place r here. Now see, the result is in not the correct format. It's not it's in the default format. Have what the result it's in. Let's say we want to change the format of this. We want to restrict the precision of the floating number of values, and we want to specify a width. For that, the syntax is value colon width dot precision colon width. Let's say I'm specifying 1 here, and dot the precision. Let's say I want to display up to 3 decimal value, and F. See, we were able to change the value. This 1 is by default is always 1. Why we are not specifying the width? This width is actually the total width of this number, floating number. Let's say I want to specify something like 10. Enter. Say it give me up to this, up to 10th place it's give me. So mainly this we always keep like as a 1 by default, and here we can change, like we can change up, we want up to 2, we are getting up to 2. That's what. Now the third option is third point left is how we can do string formatting using fstrings method. That is very latest, and it came in Python 3. Quickly check that. Let's say I have a name variable lock kind Vinay. Let's say Vinay is available like this. I'm putting Vinay in a variable name. Okay, now let's print. What I'm doing here, I am showing you how I can print in an old way. My name is Vinay dot t. This is the old way of doing, like using dot format method. Let's use dot f strings method. For f strings method, what you have to do, you don't have to do all these things. Simply you have to remove this method. Here you cannot directly use this name variable, but f strings allow you, before starting of the string, only you have to give is f. That way, see how this color coding change. That way Python will understand this is actually a string, and it can expect to place different variable in a placeholder. My name is Vinay. Only you have to before that string, only you have to specify f. That is called f strings syntax. That's very smart way to do that. I think I have covered numbers and strings from starting to advanced. Everything is covered, and then next we'll quickly let's move to other data types. All right. So far we have discussed integers, floating point, and strings. The only data types pending are lists, dictionaries, tuples, sets, boolean. Let's look the list first now. Lists are ordered sequence that can hold a variety of objects. Like strings, it supports indexing or slicing because it's ordered list. Let's see how we can declare the list. We can declare inside angular bracket, and you can separate the items by comma. So these are the list item. There's a list created. Okay, if you want to quickly check the type, by underscore list. So type is list. We can keep different objects also inside list, variety of objects. Let's say one integer, then one is string, means text, then floating point 415. It can contain a different type of objects also. Let's create a new list where we will apply all those operations. My underscore list is equal to 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now because it support indexing, if you want to access any elements, for that we can type my list. We have to give the index position. Let's say I want to retrieve 2, read 2 index position. If it start from 0, 2 index position is 1. We got 2. Let's say I want to this what we can access in every element using index. Let's say I want to now slice the list. I want to slice from here to there. Same like string, I can do that. List. Okay, let's say I start from 2 to 3, 1 colon all the way to end. We got 2, 3, 4. We want up to 3. Starting from 1, we want up to 3. For that, what we have to say, we have to type 0 all the way from start to 2. Nothing, no 0. All the way from starting up to 2. See, we got 1, 2. If because it's excluding that end value, we should change this to 3. 1, 2, 3. We got. Now we can this list also follows reverse indexing like a string. If we want to find, it's the last item, we can type -1, so we'll get 4. Okay, my, let's say I want to access this item minus, it's at -2 place according to reverse indexing 3. We can concat the list also. Let's say my list is 1 2 3 4. Let's say new list is equal to 4 sorry 5. New list, we got 5 6. Now let's we want to concat both the list and put it into a final list. Final list, final list is equal to my list plus, okay, now let's print the value of final list. And see, we are able to concat two lists. The items for the new list is getting added to the after the first my list. So these are the concat list. We can change the value of that list also, because unlike strings, it's mutable. You can change the items of the string. Let's say we want to change this first item, like first item is at 0 is equal to, let's say I want to change as final one. Shift enter. Okay, we have given wrongs. Final list equal to 0. Now quickly check that final list. See, it got changed. Means it is mutable. These items are mutable. Now we saw that concatenation of two lists. Let's say I want to append a item in the existing list. So let's say I take this final list. I want to append item at the end of this list. Append 7. Okay, my list dot append. Let's check what is inside final list. So we are able to append item at the list. So by using append, we can actually push the item at the end of the list. Let's say I want to remove some item. Final underscore list. For removing the item, there is a pop method. It will remove the last item from the string, from the list. 7. Now quickly check that final list. See, we have 7. Now it's removed. So if you're not specifying any parameter, let's say I want to remove the item at a specified index. If you want to remove the item from the specified index, you should give the index position. If you're not giving, by default it is going to take the last item and remove from the list. So let's say I want to remove this 3. It is at 2 index, so we remove the 3. The final list is 3 got removed. And also we can sort the before sorting, I want to show you one thing. Lists also support reverse indexing. Let's say I want to retrieve this item 6, I can simply type final list minus. So it support like a string, it support reverse indexing. Now we are going to discuss two more important methods that is inbuilt in list. If you want to see all this method, you can simply type final list dot tab. So it's not giving me, it's busy I guess. Okay, it's not giving. So we have two method. Let me quickly create one more uh, assign new list that's got items. I am going to give A, C, E. I'm giving in different order. D. So I'm giving deliberately I didn't put the item in a sorted order. Let's check how list is going to sort this by using sort method. Okay, I am using dot. So it is not going to result in new list. What it is going to do, it is going to apply the sort in the existing list. For that again you have to execute the same list in order to see the result. Okay, it's printing, but why it's not? Yeah, it's already sorted, right? A, C, then D, then E. Fine. Let's say I want to reverse this. Let me put it that way. A, B, C, D. Okay. Now my list contain A, B, C, D. Now I want to just reverse all the items. For that, my st. See, this is what the time I want to show you. These are the available methods for the list. My list dot reverse see, it's got reverse. D becomes first, C, B, A. So these are the methods available with the list. Now what we have to do? Yeah. So one thing I also want to show you. So I told you that it is not going to return a new list. It's what is changing. It's changing in the my underscore list in place. It's doing the in place changing inside this particular list. Let's say I want to grab this. If I want to grab this particular list, what I will be do? My simply list is equal to my list is equal to my underscore list dot reverse. So if you want to print that my list, you're not getting anything because it doesn't contain anything. Let's quickly check the type. It's none type. Means if any function or any method is not returning anything, by default its type is none type and the value is none. So and the one more important thing is, let's say I want to declare a variable, but Python will not allow it, because at the time of declaration you should assign a value. That's what the Python enforce this particular principle. In order to, let's say right now you don't know what's the value it's going to take, but you want to bypass the exception, you don't want to get exception. For that you should simply type there is a value called none. It will allow. If you want to check the type of D, it will give you none type because there is no type. So that's what I want to tell you. One this important thing. Let's start with dictionary. DITIY. So dictionary are unordered mappings for storing objects in key value pair. If you want to store a key value type of objects, you should use dictionary, and it is a unordered way of storing objects. Key value pair, what is the main benefit here? Key value pair allows users to quickly grab the objects without specifying its index. So if you want to quickly, if you know the key of that particular value, you simply type the key and you will retrieve the value very fastly in compared to by typing index. As it is unordered list, so you dictionary doesn't support sorting. You cannot sort dictionary. You can declare dictionary like my dict curly braces, then you have to give key value pair, key colon value, key colon value. Key is basically a string. Value could be anything, but key must be string. So let's say I am giving key 1 colon value is 1. Key 2, we should specify key name as a string. Key 2 2. Key 3 as 3. This is how the syntax of writing dictionary. Okay, now quickly check the type of this particular dictionary object. See this you got as a dict. So this is a dictionary data type. Let's print the dictionary. We got this value. Okay, it can contain different types of values also. It can contain inside value can take single value, or it can hold a list of values, or also it can store a key dictionary itself inside value. Let me declare one more new dictionary. Okay, k1 colon, this time the normal integer I am giving, k2 colon, it's itself I am giving a list 1 comma 3. Okay, so it's list. Now quickly check quickly give the third key. Third key is nothing, it's the dictionary itself. For that, inside, let me give the key as inside key colon 1 2 3 4 5. So this is a value. This is also a dictionary. Okay, let's say I want to retrieve the value from the dictionary. I should type like that, dictionary name, then the key name. We got as 1. We got the value 1. Let's say I want to retrieve this list, means k2 key value, my dict k2. we got this value. Let's say again I want to retrieve the second value, so this becomes a list, and we know already how to retrieve the list by indexing. So this will give a list. I want to retrieve the second value, means index 1. I am able to retrieve this 2 value. Now let's try to retrieve this k3 value. That's itself a dictionary. Okay, we got this third item we got. Now let's say I want to retrieve this value. For that, what you have to do, this itself is a dictionary. Now again you want to find the value inside this dictionary, so you have to type this inside key. Just copy this and give the key name as inside key. See, we are able to get this particular key. Also, dictionary provide, if you want to know all the keys, you can directly type my dictionary.keys. Let's quickly check that. Let's say I want to retrieve only what are the keys available with my dictionary object. My dict.keys. This will give me list of keys only. Let's say I want to retrieve values only. For that, so these are the values, one, then the list itself, and the dictionary itself. Let's say I want to retrieve all the values, all the key value pair. For that, you want to retrieve all the items in a key value pair. For that, my dict that items. We got all those key value items in a pair. So this itself, inside this you can see this inside a parenthesis, this is itself a tuples. That's what we are going to see in this next. This is this we can call a tuple. Now what we have to know next topic is tuples. Okay, so tuples is nothing. Tuples are very similar like lists. There is only one important difference, is its immutability. It's immutable. It's similar like all the things are similar like lists. Only the items inside the tuples, once it is inside the tuples, you cannot reassign that item. That's what the difference between tuples and lists. And we can declare tuples like t is equal to parenthesis. You can give like this. You can check the type. See, it's a tuple. It can hold different data types also. 1, then comma 1, then we can give delete, we can give 4.5. It's a tuple. You will find very less method with that. Quickly check that what are the methods available. So only count. Let's say I want to, for that I want to declare a new tuple in order to show you that count thing. A comma again A B C. Let's declare a tuple. Deliberately I have kept some items repetitive. Let's check the count method. Let's say I want to count t dot. I want to use count. Let's say I want to count the items, how many times these items has been what is the count of this particular item inside tuples. See, we got that 3. A has been used 3 times. Let's check for B. Okay, let's just check if I'm not giving any parentheses what is happening. Okay, it's asking for the argument is means mandatory, you have to give the argument. Now there is a method also, one method also available, that is index. Okay, let me see what it's give. Yeah, so it will give you, if you are trying to find the repetitive items index, this will give you the very first time it will find. So a he is this tuple is able to find a in the very beginning, that is 0. So if you are if you try to find the index of the repetitive item, it will give you the very first index. Let's say I want to find for B. See what happened. 3 0 1 2 3. Now only one item left in our data types are sets and boolean. Let's quickly check that. The next data type is sets. Sets are nothing, it's an unordered collection of unique elements. It's an unordered collection of unique elements means sets cannot contain duplicate item. Let's say if you want to declare a set, and if you want to put inside uh, one as a repetitive item, it will not take. So sets main feature is it will take a unique items. Let's see how we can declare our set. My set is equal to set. Okay, check the type. There is no item inside that, but still we can check the type. Okay, it's set. Let me add some item to that. For that, add method is there. I want to add one item. Okay, let's print 1. Let me add one more item. 2. Check the items. 1 2. So see, it's same like the syntax is same like dictionary, like curly braces, but it's contain it doesn't contain key value pair. Also it can contain only unique item. Let's say already 2 is present inside this set. If I want to add the same item again, let's see what happen. I am adding the same item again. It won't give you any error. It doesn't tell you anything. Now you check what happens. See, it doesn't allow the repetitive item to add inside the set. Why set if already list and all those there? Set is very important in those aspects where you want to pass your object and you don't want to change the value accidentally. Sorry, at that time you don't want to change the value. You cannot change also. It's unordered, so you cannot change also. It doesn't allow assignment. Let's say I am declaring a list of repetitive items, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. Now let's say I want to convert into a set. Okay, convert. I want this my list to convert into set. Let's see what happens. See, we got that only unique elements back because set cannot contain duplicate items. So it's very pretty useful when you're trying to convert you find distinct items from from the list. You don't have to use for each loop to check that. Simply try to convert insert. It will give you distinct distinct items from that list. So that's all for this video. I have covered all the basic data types inside Python's. Okay, yeah, sorry, one more thing is pending, is Boolean. That is very simple. Boolean is just logical true or false. For that, let's say my bool is equal to true. Let's check the type. See, we got the type as bool. So one important thing is, if you try to assign true or false to if any variable, your f or t letters would be capitalized. It won't take f. See, it will take a false is not defined. So if you want to assign true or false to a variable, you should give t or f of true and false as capital. It will allow. It supports only capital letter. That's it. So far we have covered Python data types: integers, floating points, strings, lists, dictionaries, tuple sets. We checked what definition is, and we also did a lot of hands-on about the methods, inbuilt methods available with these type of data types in the Python. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.